What's up? We are live. Let's see. Got a poll question up. Where do you stand on Ty Gibbs versus Sam Mayer? Are you Team Sam? Are you Team Ty? They both suck. Don't like neither or dislike neither, but the drama is fun. I did the wrong spelling of there because there you go. I'm bad at spelling. Let's see here. Although that was just, what is it? Just use the wrong word, not even the wrong spelling, just use the wrong there. There, and there. Anyway, let's get into the preview. All right, in the last two races since 2020, since the new car, there has been one guy that has won both of them, and that is Kyle Larson. He is also going to have your best average finish of 1.0. I think this is the first time ever we've had somebody with a 1.0 average finish. So obviously he is going to be your favorite. But let's look at the man in number 2 with average finish here, AJ Allmendinger with a 2.0. AJ Allmendinger has had speed in practice, but he's got your best second average there. Chase Elliott, your third place guy. Like, these are going to be your top 3 picks in my opinion. And Chase Elliott with an average finish of 3.0. Then it's Christopher Bell at 7.5, Tyler Reddick at 8.5, Kevin Harvick at 10.0, Matt DiBenedetto not racing, Joey Logano 12.5, Denny Hamlin at 12.5. He qualified on pole. Martin Truex Jr. at 13.0 and Chris Buescher at 13.0 as well. Austin Cindric, Michael McDowell, William Byron, Austin Dillon, wow, and Ross Dillon are going to be your Ty Dillon, wow, are going to be your next ones in the top, I think, 15 there. Previous winners, of course, already went over that one. That is Kyle Larson. So you go to top 5s, and the guys with the most top 5s are going to be Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson. The guys with the most top 10s are also going to be Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson. Also Tyler Reddick, Christopher Bell, and excuse me. And then there's a lot of guys with 1. Let's see here. Laps led is going to be Martin Truex Jr. leading the way there with 34, 32 for Kyle Larson, 29 for Chase Elliott, 26 for Joey Logano, and 14 for Michael McDowell, the previous road course winner. So let's go to average rating. An average rating of Kyle Larson, if you average all those things up, Kyle Larson is going to be at 124, 115 for Chase Elliott, 106 for AJ Allmendinger, Christopher Bell at 96, Kyle Busch at 95. He's just got a really good solid average across all this stuff. So now let's go to practice speeds. And in practice, AJ Allmendinger was the fastest. Corey LaJoie was actually second fastest, and Corey LaJoie had a good qualifying time as well. William Byron was third fastest. Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, Chris Buescher, Chase Elliott, Kyle Busch, Michael McDowell, and Tyler Reddick. Then you went to qualifying. Qualifying was Denny Hamlin first, William Byron second, Mike McDowell third, Ty Gibbs fourth, Kyle Larson fifth, AJ Allmendinger sixth, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, Kyle Busch, Corey LaJoie in the 10th spot there, and Joe Logano 11th, Bubba Wallace 12th, Chris Buescher, Daniel Suarez, and Chase Elliott round out your top 15. Chase Elliott obviously upset with the qualifying effort. I at least saw a clip of that. Now let's go to your odds. William Byron is leading the way at plus 500. So that is who BetMGM has as their favorite. He is at plus 500. Chase Elliott plus 600, as well as Kyle Larson plus 600, plus 700 for Denny Hamlin, plus 800 for Michael McDowell. No sweetheart deals for Michael McDowell anymore. He had good odds last week. This week, only plus 800 on BetMGM. Kyle Busch at plus 800, AJ Allmendinger plus 800, plus 1,000 for Tyler Reddick and Christopher Bell. Ty Gibbs at plus 1,200. He's already had an eventful week. Then let's creep down here. Chris Buescher at plus 2,200. That's pretty good odds for him. Like you saw on his averages over there, he's pretty good at this track. And Corey LaJoie at plus 6,000. If he can get it done here, which as far as speed on the chart, he's got speed on the chart. So plus 6,000 if you want to go crazy with one. Brad Keselowski at plus 10,000. And let's see, Kevin Harvick at plus 8,000. So there you go. Those are your stretches. And Ty Dillon actually had good numbers here. Plus 200,000 for Ty Dillon. So if you believe in the numbers that he can pull off the upset, or you just want to go crazy, plus 200,000 for Ty Dillon. All right, let's jump into the chat and see what you guys want to talk about. Excuse me. Let's see. Team, they both suck, says Say Kyle. So, yeah, let's take a look at the poll real quick. 63% right now, Team Sam, 17% Team Ty, 11% they both suck, and 9% neither, but the drama is fun. So there you go. Let's see. Mayer was wrecked by Ty Gibbs at Martinsville last year. I say fair play. Yeah, they've got a long history. It goes all the way back to the Cars Tour, if you want to be totally honest. So ARCA Cars Tour, like they've been running into each other for a long time. Easy Hack, there, ownership. I mean, I know how to use it. I was just half awake when I typed it last night. Let's see here. Howdy from the Great White North, says Robin Marks. What's up, Robin Marks? What's up, Canada? Did Elliott have issues qualifying? Says One Wise Guy. I don't know exactly what happened in qualifying. It looked like he wheel hopped or something. I couldn't hear it. I was just watching it on my phone at the racetrack, so I didn't have. I had audio. I just couldn't hear it. But you could see the frustration as he was like punching the steering wheel or something. What's up, BB? You got the dinger winning today, says Joshua Jenkins. That might not be a bad pick. He's got the fastest car in practice, and he qualified really well as well. So I would not be surprised to see him do it. And what that would really shake up the playoffs as well, because that would bump out, I think, Bubba Wallace. So that would put Keselowski, as it stands right now, will put Keselowski on the cut line. I remember to thumbs up the video. Is anyone else's like button invisible? I clicked the black empty spot and it worked. Kind of glitchy. Sounds like YouTube's having some issues over there in Canada. Robin Marks. Hopefully it's not widespread. I'm all with Sam on this. Gibbs was driving way over his head the restart before. Say what you will, it was deserved. Yeah. So it's not only that he pinched a guy off into the wall, but you got to know who you're racing against. You got to know you've got history with that guy. And if you want to win that race, you better at least try to race him clean to have half a chance of that guy not doing what Sam Mayer did. And Sam Mayer did wheel hop, so it wasn't like it was 100% intentional. But when Sam Mayer made contact, I don't think he's going to lose any sleep over it. It hurt his feelings that he ran into him. I'm indifferent. Don't care either way. But I'll never lose an opportunity to laugh at a Gibbs failure, says Say Kyle. So not on the Ty Gibbs bandwagon. I just hate seeing Ty fall into that Denny Hamlin-esque, it's okay for me to drive you dirty, but you can't pay me back type. And believe it or not, that's sort of just becoming the Joe Gibbs racing motto. Not necessarily always known for that. They had Dale Jarrett and Bobby Labonte at one time, probably two of the cleanest drivers you'll ever see. And now, if you're old enough to remember that, and now you've got guys that drive super aggressively and then cry when it's done to them, in my opinion. So let's see here. And I don't dislike either one of them. I like Denny Hamlin. I like Ty Gibbs too, but they definitely preach one thing and do the other. Let's put it that way. Race Hub says Keselowski. I did see a pretty funny meme. It says, "The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away." Talking about Ty Gibbs because he had the God sponsorship on the sponsored by God, Ty Gibbs, on the car the other day. Race Hub says Keselowski and LaJoy going to the rear of the field. Oh, no. Thanks. Appreciate that, Willow Spicewood. Corey LaJoy going to the back of the field for something. That stinks. Looks like he has good speed. Hopefully they can figure out a way to get him up front. Good afternoon, Baloney Burger, and everyone else out there. What's up, William Wagaman? Good to have you on here. But, I mean, Denny's basically raising him, so I see why he's that way, says Bumblebee. So there you go. While you're on, gives me a good reason to stop cutting grass. Thanks, BB. I appreciate you, John Lewis. LaJoy has a legit shot at pole if his team didn't send him out to make an unnecessary lap in round one. Oh, that sucks. Unfortunately, he's going to the back of the pack. I wonder what happened in Tech that made him do that. Good day, Baloney. What's up, JFB? Payback for Denny Hamlin today. It might be. Also, who was it? Ryan Blaney and somebody. Is Ryan Blaney and somebody? Was it AJ Allmendinger and Ryan Blaney? I think it was AJ Allmendinger and Ryan Blaney. I doubt AJ Allmendinger pays him back today because I think AJ is going to focus on that win. What's up with Cindric? Doesn't have road racing experience. Doesn't he have road racing experience as Brickyard Brickhead? I don't know. He's had an awful season. I don't know what's going on with the two car, but it's definitely been a sophomore slump, right? We can definitely say that very safely. He's having a worse sophomore year than he had a freshman year. Gibbs can go cry to Grandpa. Team Sam, says Joseph Wooten. I'm on Team Baloney. Says Bumblebee. Appreciate you, Bumblebee. I like Sam Mayer winning the race yesterday at Watkins Glen. I think it was a pretty popular win for a lot of people. Kenny Wallace posted that Denny is having contract issues like Kyle did last year. Seems pretty interesting that he's not signed yet. Yeah, especially since they came out and were very confident and joking around as recently as a week or two ago. We know he'll be back. Joe Gibbs even saying that with Denny Hamlin sitting right beside him. So that was it's interesting that they've hit a snag. Road Rage by Sam Mayer says Willow. What up, Kyle? And everyone says Dev Finch. What's up, Dev Finch? Hamlin won the pole at Sonoma and Chicago. Didn't come close to winning. He won't win today either. Top 10, maybe. Win. No, says Napa Race fan. Yeah, for whatever reason, at the road courses, he has not closed the deal out. So his qualifying speed not always indicative of how he's going to finish. I think he's even got race day speed. It's just for whatever reason, the other cars around him seem to get faster, and he never, in road course racing, never seems to hit the nail on the head as far as the setup. I closed the stream. It's good now, says one wise guy. Appreciate it. 2311 is the main reason Hamlin hasn't signed with JGR yet. They have to negotiate him as driver and team owner, says Napa Racing fan. That might be some truth to that. The Dork Hamster will be taken out first term, first lab, says William Wagaman. 2311, possibly two forward. Joseph Wooten saying he might drive for 2311. That's definitely a possibility. Maybe it's just me, but Elliott performance is like he's not happy to be in a car. Maybe he should change sports, says John Lewis. I don't know. I hear a lot of people talking about that. I just don't. I don't see the unhappiness with it. I think he's just frustrated. He's having a crappy season, by his standards. I think a lot of people would love to have the season he's having, but by his standards, definitely not the season he wants to have. LOL, he took it away, says one wise guy. Denny Hamlin possibly going to Ford with 2311. A lot of rumors circulating over there. Going to be interesting to see. Colleague also being rumored to go to Ford. So just a lot of stuff spinning. We'll see. We'll see what lands where in silly season. Gibbs has been a total menace in the Xfinity Series, especially to Mayer, JRM teammates. All incident on the last restart to the equation. I think it was well deserved, says Eric Sipes. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Sam Mayer is going to lose any sleep about it at all. To be fair, and the Ty Gibbs interview afterwards was sort of funny too. Who finishes higher today, 11 or the 34? Says Paul Moss. I'm going to go with the 34 on that one. I just have a feeling that the 34 is peaking at the right time, and I think he's a better road racer in my opinion than Denny Hamlin. Although we're splitting hairs. Blaney was mad. And AJ Allmendinger was mad at somebody too. So I'm trying to remember who he was mad at. We need to talk about Rodney Childers. His mama went into cardiac arrest. He's home with her. She's better, but a scary situation. Hope she keeps improving. Yep, that's for sure. Hopefully that situation is good. And shout out to Dale Earnhardt Jr. He got him a flight or something like that, or was able to use Dale Jr.'s private plane. And that's how he got back home so he could be with his mom. So shout out to Dale Jr. in that situation as well. Glad everybody is stable and hopefully it keeps improving. Napa Racing fan, but Rodney Childers will not be at the racetrack this weekend. Qualifying at road courses is dumb. The limit, one set of tires due to the cost-saving measure sucks. Doesn't save money to run practice in groups, and they could run happy hour in the same allotted time. I agree with you, Napa Racing fan. Prayers for the Childers family, says one wise guy, for sure. Hopefully that situation resolves itself in a positive manner. Good afternoon, BB. Ty Gibbs still has his helmet on Earth 2 after last year's ordeal with Mayer. LOL, says Jay Campbell. No doubt about it. He never takes it off. Interesting hairline for say it because it's gonna get too political if I say it. But he's got a very very familiar haircut. Let's see here. I hope Taylor Reimer has a great run in her ARCA debut today at Illinois State Fairgrounds. Says Dawson Fair. No doubt about it. I think she's got a chance to be a really good talent. Not a lot of people talking about her, but I think if she continues to run good, I think not enough people, I should say, are talking about her. I think if she continues to run good, she'll have a lot more people talking about her. Maybe Denny Hamlin leaves JGR. I don't know. I think he's going to stay at JGR for his whole career. I think he'll retire there. He said about 1 million times he wants to retire there, so I think he'll retire there. Bob Pockrass put out an interesting list of who he thinks are the top 20 NASCAR prospects, and he left off several people and included several people. So I might dive into that. The Taylor Reimer thing made me think of that. Eric Sipes. So do you think Chris Rice was trolling with the wait what? He was definitely trolling. Post on X, or do you think Austin Hill re-signing with RCR blindsided Colleague? It didn't blindside them. They're on the same campus. I'm pretty sure they at least had conversations about that. What happens to the 31, and does AJ stay in the 16? If I had to guess, I would guess the 31 probably goes to it'll be a full-time owner's points car, but they'll probably rotate people in and out of it. If it is one driver, I would lean toward that one driver being Chandler Smith. So I think either Chandler Smith is moving up, or they are going to rotate drivers in and out. So I think that's the deal. Colleague probably wishes, and one of those drivers they rotate in and out would obviously be Austin Hill. So I'm thinking, and this is just my opinion, I'm just like guessing, completely guessing. I'm thinking they'll probably run Chandler Smith and Austin Hill in that car next year and just rotate them. But that's my thoughts on it. Colleague probably wish, maybe Daniel Hemrick too. They had Justin Haley to a long-term deal now, says Napa Racing Fan. They might. I think Chris Rice was more or less troll. I think they're going to make that sort. You remember how they did the 16 car at first? They rotated people in and out. I think that's what they'll do with the 31 car again next season. But that's just a guess on my part. Colleague should have kept Haley. I don't know if that was an option though. Like I don't know. Cosmic Trader, Reddick drives for JGR with a backdoor deal. Then he has to drive his own stuff, says John Lewis. That would be a wild story if that happened. What up, all, says Mark Barnum. Sunday morning live stream, awake in time. What's up, everybody? What's up, Octopus? Good to see you here today on the early stream for the West Coast. So you see what would be 1, 12, 11, 10. I think it's what, 10 o'clock a.m. on the West Coast. Austin Hill deciding. Oh, crap. Missed one right there. Let's see. I was watching an old Dale Jr. download with the clip, and he's saying that he'd co-own a team with Dale Jr. He said, "Let's do it." That was interesting to hear. There you go. So that definitely could play into it. One wise guy. Appreciate that. I hadn't seen that one, so I have to check that one out. Robin Marks with the super chat. Appreciate you, Robin Marks. There is the fist bump right there. Wow, look at that 10K. I missed the live stream. Had to be Papa Bear and been busy. Can't wait for the Fiat Fun. Good job on a great channel. You have to have all the members on the car. We'll need photos and input. Oh, no doubt about it. There's definitely going to be an option for that, without question. Let's see here. Appreciate the super chat. And yeah, I've been looking at Fiats. Hopefully, I'll be able to purchase one this week. I've got an off week from all of my other activities, other than my regular job. But no racing this week coming up for me at least. So I will hopefully be able to acquire the Project Fiat. Austin Hill deciding to do another year of Xfinity is a great move, in my opinion. I think so too, but I think after that, he's definitely going to have a cup ride. I think there's more to that signing than we know just yet, but I'll let RCR roll that out because I think they've definitely got something up their sleeve. I don't know. Colleague feels possibly 2 open cup seats next year. I don't think moving Smith and Hemrick from Xfinity to Cup is the answer. I mean, I don't think it'll be 2 seats. It'll be one car, and they'll just rotate drivers in and out like they used to do with the 16 before AJ Allmendinger drove it full time. I don't think they're going to be replacing 2 drivers. I think AJ Allmendinger is probably going to run full time next year as well. So I don't know. But that's just me guessing. It's going to be interesting to see what happens over there. Good afternoon, everyone. Says Camaro 50. There's also the rumors that they might be going to Ford. So there's that as well. Did you see Jesse Love win the ARCA race at Watkins Glen on Friday? I did. It was he definitely dominated at least the last 8 laps because that's all I saw. Jenna Allison, what's up? Good to see you on here. Camaro 50, what's up? Is Deegan running Xfinity race this year? Says old home guy. I think she already ran one, if I'm not mistaken. I think she ran one already this year. I think she finished 13th. I don't know if she's going to run another one, but definitely, I'm sure she will have the opportunity presented if she wants it. Making Smoked Chub Bologna Burger TV deal coming in 2025, says Napa Race Fan. I think so too. 10 a.m. here on the West Coast. Hey, so there you go. It is 10 a.m. on the West Coast. What's up, West Coast? Good morning to y'all. Hi, fellas, says Roofer. Great pool. What's up, Roofer? Great pool tourney going on in Sacramento this weekend, says Mark Marnham. So there you go. It is, what is it, snooker season, 8-ball season? Depends on what they're playing, I reckon. Harvick for the win, says Robin Marks. He might get it done. He might get it done. Often when there's like sometimes you see a driver just take it up to a next level. Robin Mark saying go Ross go. 34 ahead of the 11 says Perry Earl. That's what I'm picking too. I think Michael McDowell, and like I said, we're slicing hairs because Denny Hamlin is pretty much good everywhere at this point in his career. But I think Michael McDowell is a little bit better road course racer. I think that 34 team has started to peak at the right time. Jenna Allison saying, go Rowdy Bush, get them checkers. He's got a pretty good qualifying position, and he's pretty good there. So it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility. McDowell going to win again today. Calling it says Bumblebee. That would be wild if Michael McDowell got 2 wins back-to-back. And that would be what? That'd be 3 or 4 or 5. It would be a bunch of wins in a row for Ford if that happened. Wild card guess, could Cole Custer go to the 30 John Lewis? Maybe. I think Cole Custer is under contract with Ford, but if the rumors are true that Colleague is going to Ford, that would line up and make sense, So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think silly season has a lot still going on that we're going to find out. Then he has an interesting scenario. He has to weigh paying a driver or not getting paid to drive a Gibbs car. I think he can bring more money if he's driving his own car. That's probably a fair point. And if he does that, does he take FedEx with him? I think FedEx is more signed on. I mean, I don't know what the contract actually says, but I think FedEx has more tried to sign on with Denny Hamlin than it has with Joe Gibbs Racing. But that's just my opinion because you don't see FedEx in the Xfinity Series on anybody's car. So I just wanted to throw that out there as well. Harvick, without Rodney this weekend, he had to go home for an emergency, that's for sure. His mom had a cardiac issue. So hopefully that resolves itself in a positive manner. She seems to be stable now, so hopefully it continues to get better. Featuring Ty Gibbs in the He Got Us racing Toyota yesterday, says Greg Brown. Let's go Chase Elliott, says Jay Santos. I think that the number 9 team will be pulling all the stops today to get the win. I think you're right about that, Shadow Ears. Don't sleep on the 9 car without a doubt. Does Colleague sell a charter to RCR and keep one charter for their cup efforts? Maybe not, but with the Austin Hill news, it's an interesting question. I agree with you. Do they have something up their sleeve where they've acquired another charter? Or have they just bought, is it possible that they bought enough of Colleague? What if they bought into the Colleague race team? Anything could happen. I say that because Colleague is on campus as RCR. So I don't know, just all kinds of stuff. It's a 10-ball tourney, talking about the Mark Barnum, talking about the pool tournament over there in Sacramento, in Sacktown. Napa Racing Fan, I've been picking Byron to win all week. I want the 9, but the 24 was fastest in practice, qualified second, and is a good road racer. Just hasn't got the road course win yet. I mean, that's a fair assessment. Do or die for the 9 team today, says Jay Santos. For sure. The interesting thing is cars in second. Does Rick Hendrick put in the team orders? I think he does. Does William Byron listen? I think he doesn't. I think if William Byron is winning this race, I think he just goes and wins the race and deals with it on Monday morning. But I do think if that situation presents itself, I think the team orders will get put in, and it'll be interesting to see if anybody listens to him. How did it go at New? Because from a team perspective, it makes sense, right? You're trying to get all your cars into the playoffs, but from a driver's perspective, it doesn't make sense. So I think it's fair play from both sides. How did it go at New South Boston? I don't know if you already talked about it. We finished. I think we finished 8th. So it was not the night we were looking for, but we've had worse nights. The car's not tore up. We can go get back after it and hopefully come with a little bit closer setup next time. Jay Campbell, regardless of who wins today, what the over-under on the cars I wrecked for next week. Oh, God. Cars that get significant damage next week, I'm putting it at over 13. I'm going over 13. Bubba will fall out of the playoffs today. Bubba sucks, says Mark Barnum. So Bubba, Mark Barnum is not a Bubba Wallace fan. That's correct, Mark, says Jay Campbell. What's up, BB? Does Chase Elliott get it done today? I don't know. It's going to be his best chance to get the win. He's good at plate tracks, but there are other drivers in the playoffs like Bubba Wallace that are just as good at plate tracks. So I think Chase Elliott can get it done today. I kind of want to see William Byron leading and Chase Elliott running second. I want to see if Hendrick puts in the team order because I do think that is That is quite possible. Good video. I watched your video last night before I went to bed. Good video on the spotter. You definitely hit them with the okey doke. They were I think 100% they were expecting you to be talking about Brett Griffin, but you made a good point about Mark about Martin Truex's former crew chief, former spotter. So if you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. Elite always doing good work. Let's see here. And there was one point in that where I had a pretty good chuckle, but I don't want to spoil it for everybody. So go check out Elite Precision's video. It is a really good one talking about the most annoying spotter in all of NASCAR. And it's not going to be who you're expecting. I'll tell you that right now. Good day, all. Ty got what he does to others, says Shaw. Yeah, he definitely turnabout is fair play, in my opinion. And he definitely got some turnabout yesterday. Mind seeing the twerp get taken out by JRM car for the win. My call is today. He will run Chase Elliott off the track, fending him off for the lead, entering turn 6, gifting the cup to Brad K, or the win to Brad K. That could be the case. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I don't like to say it. I've been saying it for a long time. Chase don't win, says Robin Marr. It could be. I'm just saying this is going to be his best chance to get a win and lock himself in, no doubt about it. Any Noah news, says Old Home Guy. So far, he's just in the road to recovery, or whatever they call the process to get back on track. So that's all I've heard. I don't know if he's even been cleared by NASCAR to come back yet, even if he got a ride. Cole Custer really impressed me yesterday. No tires left once he got near the front, says Greg Brown. Yeah, he's a pretty good road racer. I guess not a lot of people realize that about Cole Custer. At least I did, and I had to go back and look at the stats, and I was actually really surprised he is on road courses. Matt Hunter said he got sent. Does Newman go to the 51 full-time next year? If I'm the 51 and I've already got Justin Haley, I would love to have Ryan Newman over there personally, because I think you can learn a lot from Ryan Newman. I know Austin Dillon got better and better when he had Ryan Newman as a teammate. So I would say Newman would be your go-to if you got a young driver. Your go-to anyway, because he's a good racer. Jenna Allison says, I think someone will be a fist fight after the thing. It definitely could be. It definitely could be one of those type of races, because there's so much pressure to win, and people are going to get moved. I think you're 100% on the money there, Jenna. A lot of pressure on Daniel in the 99. He could be facing a career-ending season. Great guy. Hope he wins. I feel like he's always facing a career-ending season for whatever reason. Like nobody, when he first went to Trackhouse, he was the guy, but now it seems like he's always been on the hot seat for his whole career, other than that one season. So I hope they don't get rid of him. But yeah, he definitely needs to do what he can do points wise to try to get into this thing. But if somebody like AJ Allmendinger or if somebody like that wins, he's definitely going to have to be focused on getting the win at Daytona next week. Old Home Guy, the 38 car for the upset and keeps forward streak going. Also messes up the points. Hey, there you go. It could happen. No doubt about it. Personally, I'm hoping Noah Gragson can land that 31 ride. He already has a good relationship with the Colleague team. And if the Ford rumors are true, that would be a good landing spot if Chevy cut ties. So far, I don't think I've Chevy cut ties with Noah. Just Legacy MC and NASCAR, putting him in the road to recovery, I guess I should say. Let's see here. I'd be curious about the team order thing, too. The 24's got some very unique radio traffic last week. Almost seemed like the 24 team was asking William Byron to dump someone to get a yellow for the 9 in the final laps. See, that's what I'm thinking, too. Like, I didn't hear all that. But it just makes sense from a team perspective to try to get all your cars in there. So I want to see it's going to be interesting radio traffic if that is the situation. If HMS uses team orders, let's see. To get Elliott in, I want penalties for manipulating race outcome. NASCAR got to stay consistent. Yeah, but we've seen in the past that they're not consistent on that. That's what I'm saying. It would just add to the drama. I'm here for all of it, because I just want to see what happens. Let's see here. Elite spotter video was solid for sure. All this stuff is good, says they. Without a doubt. And Roofer, if you want to check it out, that is the link for that video. Appreciate you there, Roofer. That is the link for Elite's video right there. Wood Brothers should ship Harrison out to Rickware Racing for their 15 in order to make room for Zane Smith. I believe Gragson is top candidate for the Colleague 31. Matt Hunter saying that. I mean, if you can get Noah Gragson, I think he's the best Chevy driver this lined up. And Zane Smith, if Zane Smith doesn't go to the 10, it is going to be interesting to see where he goes without question. So right now, it looks like either the 10 car or Rick Ware Racing, if I had to guess. Mark Barna says, I agree, EB. Elite's spotter video says, Roofer. Oh, yeah, so there you go. It is up there if you want to check it out. Soon teams will talk entirely in code, says Perry Earl. I think they're pretty close to it now. Elite saying he appreciates it as well, Roofer. Let's see. The opportunity was there for the showstoppers. If Ty Dillon can keep a ride, then Suarez has no worries, without question. You would think, but I don't know. I don't know. Me personally, I wouldn't get rid of Suarez. I think he's being underutilized as far as getting sponsors in there. Underutilized by NASCAR. Like he's probably the third or fourth most. I know on Twitter he had the most positive recommendations or whatever. Like somebody did. It was some betting thing in France or something like that. And they showed that Daniel Suarez has the most positive responses on Twitter. So he's not the most popular driver, but he is the most liked driver, if that makes any sense. So I feel like NASCAR should market him the same way they do Chase Elliott, because just about, and I know there's going to be some people that dislike him because it's NASCAR, but I feel like if you've got somebody that is that well liked, you should be pushing him just as hard as you're pushing Chase Elliott. So that's just my thoughts on it. Michael McDowell wins back. The same thing with Trackhouse. Michael McDowell wins back-to-back, says Art NASCAR. Suarez has been in a good team. He just doesn't have it, says Miguel. I mean, that could be. There's a lot of people that feel that way for sure. Look out for Ty Gibbs today, says Elite. Yeah, that's another good point. Ty Gibbs could be fired up from all the recent drama, although some of it's definitely self-inflicted. He could be locked in and focused and try to get a win today. EP29's content is exactly what NASCAR YouTube community needs. The bigger channels all cycle out the same content. That's a fact, Glock. I agree with you on that. Hey, Elite says Bumblebee. John Lewis, Papa Hendricks should just toss Denny a few bucks. He will wreck anyone. That's oh, I'm not even going to touch that one. I'm not going to touch that one. I say, Kyle, they didn't tell William Byron to take a yellow, but they definitely let him know that a yellow would help the 9. I listen to them weekly as a William Byron fanboy, of course. Yeah, so it's definitely not saying do it, but they're just saying if something should happen. It's one of those type deals. Bumblebee saying, what's up, the Glock? Denny Hamlin to drive the 99 for Trackhouse, LOL. Oh, my goodness. That would be crazy. I don't think that's ever going to happen. But on Earth, too, we can make it happen. Napa Racing fan says McDowell didn't win 2 weeks in a row. Won't win 2 weeks in a row. He'll contend, but has tough competition. The Glen will be harder for him to pull away with a lead than Indy was, unless he becomes Marcus Watkins, Glen, Ambrose. So there you go. What's up, Bumblebee? Says Glock. Sounds like Richmond Gates, Michael Waltrip at Hendrick. Could be. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm just saying it'll be interesting to see if it does happen. Elite saying, what's up to Bumblebee? With Ford shopping around for a team to switch to, I suspect Stuart Haas has already decided to switch manufacturers. I think so too, and it's going to be interesting to see which way they go. Obviously, next year they'll be with Ford. I think Tony Stewart's already come out and said that. He said most likely we'll be with Ford next year. So I feel like last year is going to be the swan song for SHR and Ford. Who they go with, I think, is going to be really interesting going forward. Someone will have an itchy elbow, says Robin Marks. Hey, sometimes that elbow itches and you just run into folks or spin out. Robin Marks, is it getting hot in there? Says Glockopus. Go Rowdy, go. And go Harvick, says Jenna. Stuart Haas will leave Ford in 2025, says Joshua Jenkins. I agree with you, Joshua Jenkins. And now who they go to, whether it be Chevy, Toyota, Honda, or Dodge, is anybody's guess. And I'm just throwing out some other makes because there's a chance another make comes in there if they can get Stuart Haas. And Stuart Haas will be the number one deal for them. Will go nowhere because of diversity, says Mark Barnum. I don't know about all that. I was just talking about his performance and him being the most liked driver on Twitter. I wasn't getting into all that. If Elliott doesn't win today, I bet his fans would start to like Larson really quick when Larson pushes Elliott to the win at Daytona next week. So that's the other thing. Does Hendrick just line up behind Chase? A good point, Elite. Does Hendrick just line up behind Chase Elliott and push him for the entire Daytona race next week? That would be another, like, would that be manipulation? We saw Stewart Haas do it that one year, and all four of their drivers took off, and nobody could catch them, although they were cheated up pretty good that year, allegedly. So let's see. That'll be interesting to watch too. At least Watkins Glen, one road course that most fans like, other than the fans who hate every road course ever, says Napa Racing fan. Yeah, a lot of people love the Glen. It's a really, I haven't been there yet, but everybody that goes always talks about how much fun it is. I want to cheer for Rowdy, but lately he has had bad luck and made some bad mistakes. Says Shaw. Yeah, he's going through a little bit of a slump. He's still got speed though, so that's my issue, or not my issue, but that's my point with the playoffs. The way it's set up, he can still get hot at the right time. Like if he gets hot as soon as the playoffs start, he'll be just fine, because all you need is like 3 or 4 wins, and you could finish dead last in every other race, and vice versa. You could just finish second every single race, as long as nobody in the playoffs wins the last race, and you could win. Brickyard says Suarez should become the most popular driver with all the fans crossing the border. I don't know. I'm not getting into all that. I was just talking about on Twitter. He had. So that's a fair statement. Still cheer for Rowdy that he could get all the, not people crossing the border, but he could get a big bump in the if NASCAR marketed him over there in Mexico. Still cheer for Rowdy, but as for winning, I doubt it. Says Shy. Yeah. I don't know if Kyle Busch gets it done here, but he might get it done at Daytona. But he's got a pretty decent car for here. Tyler Reddick was good here, so let's not. I'm not going to discount him. Not enough people talking about the fact that if someone like Chase or AJ wins, Watkins Glen, somebody like Jones or Austin Dillon wins Daytona, either Harvick or Keselowski will be out of the playoffs. Very possible, says Eric Sipes. I made a whole video about it. Like, yeah, I'm thinking about it pretty hard. Like, if Keselowski, right now it would be Keselowski bumped out. So that's why I'm saying it like this. But if Keselowski gets bumped out, man, that is going to be completely, like, that's going to be another Martin Truex. And I get to make the same video every year because of the playoffs. It'll be the same video I made last year for Martin Truex Jr. It's just unfortunate that the playoffs are set up like this. Just glad if he finishes well, says Shaw. He does need a good finish, sort of, to get back on track. Elite Precision, the real implication is the changes Uncle Rick will make if Chase doesn't make it. Alan Gustafson needs to watch his back, says Galactopus. A lot of Chase Elliott fans want him gone anyway, which is interesting. He only got you a championship. I just don't get it. SHR is switching to Hugo, says old home guy. I scrolled down too far. Gibbs is a punk, says 2 acres. Maybe he's having bad luck, Rowdy, because you ain't cheering for him. I'm always cheering for RCR and everybody driving for him. And anybody named Kyle. So I've been double cheering for him. So I'm not sure about that, Jenna. Good. I appreciate you there. Napa Racing fan, as a Chase Elliott fan, I really don't think Gustafson is the problem. Even the greatest drivers in history have had down years. And that's my thing. Like, let's not jump off a cliff because Chase Elliott has had one down year. Petty, Earnhardt, Gordon, Johnson, DW, the greatest, what people consider the greatest NASCAR season in the modern era, 1992. Go look at the slump that Dale Earnhardt Sr. was in for all of 1992. So, like I said, even great drivers have. Give me the best 6 drivers to choose for today, says Team Penske fan. No problemo. Let's see here. Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, AJ Allmendinger, Christopher Bell, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr. Is that 6? Yep, that's 6. Martin Truex Jr. And your alternates would be Joey Logano or Tyler Reddick. So there you go. There's your alternates. Let's see here. I agree, Napa, but when it comes to making changes, unlike driver change happens, for sure. I tried Elliott and Larson, says KK. I have a feeling Dodge isn't done with NASCAR, says Roofer. I think Dodge is highly interested if they can get the right situation. And Dodge is not done with NASCAR. If you check out the Penny Series in Canada, there's a lot of Dodges running up there. Truex, says KK. SHR going to Hugo. Says old home guy. Ty Gibbs continues to confirm for me what a completely insecure nerd he is, says Shy. SHR to Fiat confirmed. There you go. It's Mopar or no car. Dodge coming back through the Fiat brand, or Chrysler Stellantis, whatever you want to call it. Chase Elliott wins today. Joseph Wooten, and that would really shake up the playoffs. That would, as it stands right now, bump out Brad Keselowski. Only really bad call Gustafson made was 2020 Coke 600. Gustafson is a better crew chief than fans give him credit for. Not elite, but really good. I think he's a really good crew chief too, Napa. I'm right there with you. Hey, Kyle, despite team orders, Kyle Larson's going to outbreak Chase again today. Just racing, says Greg Brown. Yeah, I still can't believe Chase Elliott chose the outside the other. Like, that was, I mean, I get it. You you just never, I don't know. It was a bad pick. Chase Elliott knows it's a bad pick now. He'll never do it again. And he deserves, he has every right to drive Kyle Larson like that as well, going for a win. And I'm a Kyle Larson fan, so I'm not talking junk about Kyle Larson. I was happy with that win. Didn't bother me one bit. Going to be a wild race today, says Train 420. SHR, I think so too, Train. I agree with you. SHR mergers with JRM. That would be crazy wild. And switches to Chevy. Haas concentrates on F1, and Stewart concentrates on NHRA. SRX, Junior and Kelly concentrate on NASCAR. That would be wild. I would be here for that all day. So her and plus he gets Josh Berry back. Junior gets Josh Berry back. So heard an odd rumor. Chip Ganassi and Junior are buying a team, says John Lewis. It could happen. What if they buy into SHR? So much going on in silly season. Like I can't even. I try not to cover the rumors because sometimes people like listen to what I say and they don't realize I'm talking about a rumor and they run with it. And like, Baloneyburger said this. No, he didn't. Baloneyburger said that's a rumor. The Glocktopus, I agree. Napa is Allen in a solid crew chief, but Hendrick expects results in 2 years of this. Is going to mean Rick needs to make changes. I don't think he would get rid of Gustafson. I think he would just swap him with another crew chief. That's my thoughts on that. But which Hendrick driver loses their crew chief? So that's the other question. Earnhardt Ganassi Racing too says Napa Racing fan. Oh, that would be something else right there. I hadn't even thought about that. Isn't Ford powering the SRX cars? I have no idea what they. I don't know what they're running in the SRX at all. To be honest with you, I thought it was the Ilmore engine, but I could be totally wrong. I never even thought about it. Chase snowboarding and suspension is his own doing, says old home guy. So yeah, for sure, this season is definitely on Chase. Gustafson can't catch a break even when he wanted him out. Dude is a solid crew chief. You don't luck into champions regardless of the format. Chase is the problem this year. It's not the car. I agree with you, say Kyle. I agree with you 100%. Chase, I mean, he got in a snowboarding accident, and that's it's just one of those things that happens in life. But he's going to take some time to get back. But that put him in this points deficit. Bones with the super chat. Appreciate you there, Bones. Maybe they'll have a better year in 2024. Why break up the chemistry with Elliott and Gustafson? It seems to work with winning a championship and all 18 career wins thus far. Yeah, I don't get it. Like he literally had the best year last year. Now, he didn't win the playoffs, but he had the best overall season. And now, because Chase Elliott broke his legs snowboarding, and he's not in the playoffs because he broke his leg snowboarding, and then got suspended, like, it's Alan Gustafson is the problem? I don't get it. I just don't get it, man. Let's see. Shaw says, regarding Chase Elliott's crew chief, you got me a championship, but what have you done for me lately? Laughing my butt off. It's a write-off year, like legacy. He'll be strong next year. I agree with you 100%. I think fans are going to fan, but I think the Chase Elliott fans that want Gustafson gone are definitely overreacting. BB fan for life. What's up, Jenna? Appreciate it. Harvick and Keselowski will be sweating bullets next week. If they are both out after next week, NASCAR will feel some serious heat about the system. Yeah, I mean, what if Harvick, if Harvick, Keselowski, and Chase Elliott are all out, I think NASCAR will feel a lot of heat. There's already been a lot of talk this season, before the season even began, about the point system. I love Ganassi telling Junior, you're Dale F. and Junior, you need to be an owner in Cup, says Brickyard. I agree. Somebody needs to talk to him about it for sure. SRX and Ilmore engines, not sure on the block. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Greg Brown. I thought they were Ilmore. And like I said, it depends on Ilmore builds a lot of different engines, so I don't know what the block is either, but it could be anything. If it's the same thing as the trucks, it's based on a Chevy. What's that thing called? It's a Chevy LS something block. SHR to DeLorean in 2025, confirmed on Earth One. Trust me, trust in the B. Trust me, bro. Says Bumblebee. So DeLorean making the comeback. Just a long shot, but Hamlin to the 42. Hey, there you go. Earth 2 all day. If Dale Jr. and Ganassi own a team together in Cup, they can call it Earnhardt Ganassi Racing 2. This is the time without the Wicked Witch of the South destroying DEI in the process. I agree with you, Napa Racing fan, and I didn't use her name because I don't want to be sued. Her name is like a swear word to me, as well as many other NASCAR fans. I won't say it. I won't say it because I don't want to get sued. She's very litigious, as far as what I've been told. Chase changed when Larson came in. Says Miguel. Yeah, but he's. I don't know. I feel like they've been good for each other. You need that competitiveness. So I don't know. You should do a big silly season rumor omnibus video covering all the hot stove news. That would be like an hour long though, so I don't know. I'll try to figure something out there, Glock. It would just go down so many different roads. It would be crazy. At the end of the SRX race, a driver thanked the sponsor and Ford for powering the cars. Was Ilmore engine based on a Ford block. It's probably just a Ford crate engine, if I had to guess. If that's the case, then been different ever since Larson started there. Says Roofer. I don't know. I mean, he had the best season. He had the best statistical. Gustafson could have been getting fired. Gustafson has been getting fired since 2016. That's a fact. I agree with you there, Bumblebee. I hope Gibbs his turn today too. That would be Chef's kiss. Says 80s Eric. It would be really funny if that happened because, like, I just want to see. I want to see another meltdown. Let's see. Not only a championship and 18 wins with Chase, but Gustafson also. I wouldn't mind seeing him win because that would also be equally as good. Not only a championship and 18 wins with Chase, but Gustafson also helped Mark Martin resurrect his career. People who blame Allen are in denial, says Eric Sipes. I agree with you. I think he's a hell of a crew chief. I'd love to have him. Like, if for any driver, I would, other than like Kyle Larson, because Kyle Larson and Daniels work really well together. I think most drivers would love to have Alan Gustafson, no doubt about it. Sam Mayer definitely got Ty Gibbs back after he slammed him, and he's in the S's. The restart before. In his interview, not to get fined, says OJ and toothpaste. I 100% agree with you, in my opinion. Denny for next week taking bets. Hey, there you go. Denny Hamilton cycle. That's not a terrible. NASCAR won't feel no heat because it's been too much BS that has happened with this system in the past, and they still haven't changed it. They love this system regardless of what fans say about it. I mean, that's 100% a fair point. But yeah, if Chase not winning the championship next year doesn't get at least some adjustments made to it, there's probably a good chance that it's not getting adjusted. So that's a fair point. Elite OJ and toothpaste. Do you think Harrison Burton will win today? By the way, what's everyone says OJ and toothpaste. Harrison Burton has a chance. Like, believe it or not, the next 2 weekends are actually pretty good tracks for Harrison Burton. Or maybe I'm thinking about his Indy stats. I might be thinking about his Indy stats. I am, because Harrison Burton's not good here, but I think Harrison Burton's actually a pretty good road course racer, so it wouldn't surprise me if some fuel mileage or something came into play and he wins it there. But I don't know. Let's see. Your Starlink must be in dance mode. It keeps popping and locking, says Brickyard. Hey, I'm doing the best I can do. I know all I can tell you is it's better than CenturyLink. Or whatever it was. It became CenturyLink in my region got bought out by Brightspeed or somebody like that, and they were even worse. NASCAR needs their entertainment value. The playoffs do that for them. For me, the racing is entertainment. All I can tell you is my videos load up 3 times faster when I'm uploading them here now compared to when I had Brightspeed. So it's better. I don't know what's going on with the internet. It might just be live streaming sucks for everybody everywhere, unless you're like a Twitch guy with like 1 million subs or something. I don't know how Twitch works. Larson versus Elliott remind me of Days of Thunder when Russ Wheeler versus Cole Trickle. There's no way there's not some unspoken competition between them. Oh, 100%. There's no doubt about that. NASCAR needs their entertainment value. The playoffs do that for them. For me, the racing is the entertainment, says Napa. I agree with you. I'm on that same boat there. SRX has more horsepower than the Cup cars. That's not hard to do these days. So close. The stream and open it back up again fixes the stream issues. Yeah, pretty laggy, says Shy. Race day dinner is pork roast over rice with gravy greens and cornbread. That sounds good, Bumblebee. I don't know how people even watch Actions Detrimental. I bet it's like hearing nails on a chalkboard, just a bunch of bias, says OJ and Toothpaste. In my opinion, the controversial thing on that show to get in the news cycle. That's how I've always looked at it. So that's how I've always partaken of Actions Detrimental. I'm smoking some baby backs. Oh, baby back ribs are good too. Got to go, BB. Thanks for the news. Appreciate you there, John Lewis. Robin regarding Denny and Chase for Actions Detrimental. I'm going to Buffalo Wild Wings later, says Jay Santos. Jeff Sperry says it's lagging. Earth 2 betting odds. This race, Earth 2 odds are, let's see, Garrett Smithley, Kyle Tilley, Quinn Huff, Daniel Kvyat, Cody Ware, James Davison, RC Anderson, Josh Balicki. Is Josh Balicki running the 78? If Josh Balicki's running the 78, he's the odds-on favorite. Harrison Burton's going to be second favorite here. Ty Gibbs, believe it or not, Ty Gibbs is going to be your third favorite here. Crazy as it sounds. Followed by Darrell Bubba Wallace Jr. and Justin Haley and Ryan Preece. So there you go. There's your top picks there to finish last. Josh Balicki, if he's racing, I didn't look at the full entry list, but if he's not racing, then the next one is going to default to Harrison Burton. So Harrison Burton possibly going to be your winner on Earth 2. So there you go. Let's see. Buffalo Wild Wings sounds good too, Jay Santos, just so you know. Get the either the Asian Zing or the Thai curry wings are my go-to at Buffalo Wild Wings. I didn't know I was going to open up Pandora's box by bringing up Alan Gustafson. Oh, yeah, the Chase Elliott fans are very passionate about who leads their driver. No doubt about it. Sam gained a lot of fans yesterday. Oh, there's no doubt about that. Oh, you're good, man. It's all good. Talk about whatever you want to here. Glocktopus, that's because he's a hot topic. Jenna Allison saying, go 8, go. If Gustafson gets fired, there will be teams contacting him immediately for his services. I agree with you 100%, Joshua Jenkins. YouTube streamers have had problems since Friday. So maybe it's a YouTube issue because, like I said, my internet has never been faster, and I mean like 3 times faster, at least, on uploads. So this is as good as I think it's going to get. Take a bow for 10K, Baloney Man. We're proud to be your friends. Great stuff. Well deserved. I appreciate you, Greg Brown. I'm glad you said it like that because I do consider all of you guys friends. And I appreciate y'all looking out for me. OJ and Toothpaste, do you think Elliott is jealous of Larson because he's the number 1 guy, but Larson came to HMS and whooped everybody's butt? I don't know if they have a clear number 1 over there. Just to be totally honest, I don't think Hendrick even looks at either one of those guys. I think if they do, they look at them at 1A and 1B, and 1A would just be whoever's probably higher in the points at that time. Stream issues because of all the fires, says Jenna. Oh, so that might be the issue. What happens to the Flaming or whatever guy that likes Cole Custer, I think? I don't know. Oh, you're talking about Molten Rage. Molten's on here from time to time. He still pops in. I talk to him on Twitter quite a bit. Yeah, so he's still hanging out. He's definitely still on live streams. Y'all be good night. See y'all tonight. Says Bumblebee. Larson and Elliott are 1B and 1A. And Larson says Napa Racing Man. Yeah. So and once again, you have to put William Byron in that conversation this year. And I think as William Byron continues to progress in his career, he will consistently be in that conversation. Earth 2, Ty Gibbs sounds like a good bet. LOL, says OJ and Toothpaste. I was surprised to see him on that list. It's a 2-race sample is what I was looking at, and he only has 1 race in that sample, to be fair. If I hit refresh on the browser, it fixes the lag, says Shah. So, yeah, if you're getting lag, Shah says hit refresh on the browser. It could help it. I'd rather listen to BB on a glitchy format than listen to Slick Willies on mainstream. Plus, I'm used to old CB radios, static and cutting out. And our TVs with lightning and rabbit ears. Yeah, maybe that's why I don't think of it either, because the cell phone reception in this area is so bad. I hear half of the conversations people are talking to me about. I told my friend the other day, I have no idea what I'm agreeing to every time you tell me to agree to something because I only heard half the conversation. Your stream is good here. Done here in Tampa Bay. BB is only lagged twice and resumed quickly. I appreciate you, Camaro 50. And what's up, Tampa Bay as well. Asian Zing is amazing. BB says Jay Santos. I love Asian Zing. It's one of my favorites. Try out the Thai curry is pretty too. It's not like hot, but it's spicy. It's not like hot, but it's spicy. It's got a good flavor to it. What can SRX do to improve for next year? More cars, more races, and no fun flags is my quick summary. Definitely get rid of the fun flag. And bring back the ringer. I think if you bring back the ringer, that would help too. Robin Marks, Laughing out loud says Jenna Allison. I don't think FedEx is coming back. I think FedEx is going to come back, but they'll do something similar to what they did this year. It'll be much reduced compared to what they've been doing. FedEx is the worst courier I have ever used, says Shaw. I've had a lot of, in this area, I've had a lot of issues with them too. In this area, UPS is way better as far as the big two. And Amazon is coming for both of them, I think. Do you think William Byron will be in the Hall of Fame when he retires? I think so. Yeah, OJ and Toothpaste. Yeah, I do. I think William Byron will be a future Hall of Famer without question. I think he'll be a future champion as well. I just refresh when it lags. That's when it's good again for a few minutes, says Jay Santos. William Byron and Larson are 1A and 1B on track. Elliott and Larson are 1A and 1B in merch sales. Hey, there you go. OJ, first ballot, unanimous Hall of Famer. Says say Kyle, not Cal, talking about William Byron. Just hit the live button and it refreshes fast. I like Ty Gibbs. He reminds me of Rowdy back in the day. Really a good natural. But yes, the real shit, says Jenna Allison. Yeah, he's definitely. I think he's gonna pick up that for the Toyota fans that don't want to switch manufacturers. I think he's gonna pick up that Kyle Busch fan base without a doubt. How the samples come out? We haven't printed them yet. We're working on the art form first. We're gonna use them to do the art for the next shirt. So I'm optimistic. I hope you like red. And I hope you like gray because those are the two colors. So we're working on it. Red and navy, and the other one's going to be gray. We're trying to figure out what to put on the gray one. The red and navy one we basically got figured out. But yeah, I'll let you know. I'll throw them up here. I'm not going to wear them because I don't look good in them, but I'll hold them up for when they're done so you can see what they look like, and then I'll get up with you on where I need to ship them. Next NASCAR race you're going to, BB, says OJ and Toothpaste. The next one I know I'm going to for sure is going to be Martinsville. I might be able to squeeze one in before then, but we'll see. Boo, Tampa Bay, east side of I-4 supremacy. So we've got some Florida regional pride there. One wise guy merch. Oh yeah, I forgot to do that today. There you go. So if you want to support the channel, there is the merch. We got stickers, T-shirts, and hats. This is one of the hats. And coming soon, hopefully, we will have tank tops. And when it gets cold, we're going to have sweatshirts again. Someone needs to race the UPS truck again back when the commercials were good. They did at least. They were on it was worldwide something. But they were able to get the UPS back on Ross Chastain's one car. What about Alex Bowman, Hall of Fame, OJ? Alex Bowman. He's always going to be the forgotten guy at Hendrick or probably wherever he goes. He's just he's not as outspoken or whatever. He's really streaky. But Alex Bowman is going to be, I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see on him. I worked for UPS for 25 years. I'm glad UPS serves you well. Yeah, UPS way better out here than FedEx. Napa Racing fan, wish these races were on that 1 p.m. Eastern time like they used to be. I miss the noon start time. Back in the day, like way back in the day. Do you think Denny Hamlin comes back to JGR or goes to 2311? I think he'll go back to JGR. UPS is superior to FedEx, says Roofer. I appreciate you, Kyle. I appreciate you, one wise guy. People cheer for Toyota, not the driver. I had no idea there are Yoda fans. A big brown truck back on track. I would love to see it. UPS is a stellar service. Absolutely, RJ. I'm going to hold my breath till you race the big brown truck. Best commercial, says Walter Flair. Those were great commercials back in the day. Your thoughts on NASCAR Classics? Every race available in the highest quality possible. For the most part, is a W move by NASCAR. I agree with you 100%, Elite. And like I said, hopefully it doesn't hurt channels like Smith TV and channels like on YouTube that have had a lot of these classic races for a long time. But the fact that NASCAR went back and digitally remastered them and made them like really good, I do appreciate that as well. So yeah, definitely a big win for NASCAR. W move on their part. Shy, you mean Yoda fans? Says RJ. So yeah, like a lot of people call them Yoda fans or call the cars Yodas. So yeah, a lot of Yoda fans. When I move to Mars, I will use UPS. Says Shy. So there you go. What did you think of Clint Boyer's slide job on Davenport and the SRX? LOL. He tried. Give him an A for effort. Give him an E for execution. I don't dislike Bowman, but I swear I can't figure out if he sucks or if he's a championship threat. It's like you have to reevaluate every 6 months. He's just a really streaky driver. And I think part of it is confidence. When he's feeling confident, he's one of the most dangerous drivers out there. When he's down in the dumps or starts doubting himself, he looks like he's not the best driver in the world. So that's what I'll say there. The UPS scheme Dale Jarrett ran was nice. Oh, without a doubt, Dale Jarrett had a bunch of nice UPS schemes. Miguel says Bubba and Suarez will not lose their job, but not because they're a good driver. Well, they bring sponsors in, so that's part of it. But Daniel Suarez is definitely on the hot seat. Bubba Wallace is not on the hot seat. I know a lot of people are constantly like Bubba Wallace might be out at 23XI. I doubt it because he brings in more money than most people. He might bring in the most sponsors of anybody out there. But Daniel Suarez seems to always be on the hot seat for whatever reason. Let's see here. Jenna Allison says Rowdy for the win. He's got a good chance to get here. I agree that it's friends and our family here. I enjoy your live streams and the people here, says one wise guy. I do too. Like, yeah, you guys make this wouldn't be nearly as fun if you guys, weren't fun as well. OJ and Two-Pace, what's your favorite NASCAR race you ever watched, and what's the worst one? My favorite race was North Wilkesboro, and I thought Dale Sr. was going to win, and then him and Ricky Rudd got into a piston contest, and Rusty Wallace ended up winning. Worst race I've ever watched would be the Brickyard when they had the tire issues. So I didn't watch it live, but that's the worst one I've ever watched. The other one was my favorite because it's my first race ever. Let's see. Elite Precision, what should I do with Yoda? Says RJ. I love Rowdy. I have no friends, says Jenna. You got friends right here. All of us are your friends, Jenna. No doubt about it. Benjamin Lewis, I bet on no-win drivers to win today. AJ, Chase, Ty Gibbs, ×3 because I made a mistake. Let's go, Ty, says Benjamin Lewis. I remember the Hooters lawsuit when the girl won the beer sales contest and they gave her a Toyota instead of a Toyota. Oh, there's actually a good YouTube video about that. I can't remember who did it. It might be Sunny V or somebody like that, but somebody did a good YouTube video on it. I actually watched it the other day. Let's see. Jenna Allison, I swear you could be related to Robbie, Davey, or Bobby Allison. L says RJ. Jenna, well, I love Rowdy as well. So you got a friend in me. There you go. A little Toy Story song action. Randy Newman. Bowman is more streaky than Ty Gibbs' diaper, says Eric Sipes. NASCAR Classics is great. Their list of top 75 races all time is inaccurate, though. 2022 Martinsville had the Hail Melon. Doesn't make the race the greatest ever because of that one moment. Rowdy is one of my favorites. Jenna Allison, lots of people in here are. Hey, so there you go. Proving my point. There's lots of Rowdy fans and there's lots of Jenna Allison fans. So there you go. Another I-4 war. Say Kyle says Camaro 50. I bet on look up I-4 wars. By the way, I bet on Sheldon Creed to win yesterday, and I get on a top 3, and it paid off along with Parker Kligerman. Hey, Parker Kligerman, the guy nobody's talking about. He's turned it around the second half of this year. In Xfinity, say Kyle, not Kyle, what happened? I'm talking about the 16 for the win. If Elliott had better track position, I'd have the 9. But rooting for a playoff bubble chaos unless the 24 gets one. I'm here for the chaos myself. I always want it to be as chaotic as possible. Not saying, I bumped it. That was me. That was me doing that. I messed up the camera there. I'm not saying I could list a top 75 of all time, but the races they have on that list are not so great. RJ, true story, says, say Kyle, not Cal. Bowman is a good guy. Maybe he's just too quiet for fans. I think that's part of it. I think he's got a lot of personality. I think he's just scared to share it. Did you watch the 1998 Daytona 500 live when Dale won his Daytona 500? I saw that one. I was watching for Rowdy as soon as Kurt said, wait till you see my brother. Big Kurt fan too. Yeah, that was one of Kurt Busch's greatest quotes of all time. New poll, who wins today? Says one wise guy. Twitter Sunshine says Jen Allison. I'm not sure. Been a fan of Rowdy since day one in the trucks. Yeah, I'll close this poll out right here, and we'll start a new one. Let's see here. Go Larson. I'm going to go Larson, Chase, and Allmendinger. And then let's see. Let me look at qualifying order to get the fourth one. I'm going to put McDowell. I don't know. Who should I put? McDowell or Kyle Busch? I'm going to put Kyle Busch. I feel like Kyle Busch will get more votes. I'm just going by statistics there. So there you go. Do a new poll. Does Chase Elliott win today? Well, I've got Chase Elliott in there, I think. Or do I? Yeah, I put Chase Elliott in there. So there you go. We got Chase Elliott in there, so that'll possibly figure that question out. Let's see. I've been a Rowdy fan since day one in the trucks. Bowman had a concussion and a broken back all within 6 months. Yeah, for sure. He just needs to get closer to 100% to perform like I know he can, says Napa Racing fan. That's a good point, too. Also, we saw Kevin Harvick race this year with broke ribs. So you never know what a driver is dealing with. New poll, does Chase Elliott win today? Bowman is a good driver, but I would love to see Gregson in the 48 full-time or Zane Smith, by the way. What's going on with Zane Smith? Is he going to SHR since front row locked up the 34 and the 38? I think he is. I think he's going to the 10 car. I think that all but confirmed he's going to the 10 car. But that's just my opinion. Silly season has been wild, so there's no telling. I say Kyle, Camaro 50, Majesty Building, I-4 profile picture is goated. Thus, our side wins, says say Kyle. True NASCAR fans are Rowdy fans. Hey, there you go, says Roofer. Bowman is locked in to the 48. I agree. Everybody loves Rowdy Busch. They either love him or they love to hate him. So I'll agree with that. Bowman is locked in the 48 until 2026. I don't think they're tearing that contract up. Yeah, that's what I keep telling people. Like, he literally just re-signed a contract. So I don't know why people keep talking about him being on the hot seat. If he's on the hot seat, it's going to be for 2026. Bloenberger, I'm surprised Lee County started school for the rest of the state. I guess they're following Tennessee in terms of education system. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on as far as that goes. Chase Elliott will miss the chase, but he will once the chase starts. But he will win. I missed one word and messed up the whole thing. Chase Elliott will miss the chase, but he will win once the chase starts. Says Shaw. That's probably a good scenario, unless he wins today. I would have to agree with you. Elliott's out, says one wise guy. Sorry, Elliott fan, says Shy. Happy race day, y'all, says Jenna Allison. Happy race day to everyone as well. Zane Smith going to the 10 car if Almirola retires. Right now, 37% on the poll question, thinking Larson's going to win today. Zane Smith going to the 10 car if Almirola retires, says Joshua Jenkins. I agree with that. Hi, y'all from Sandpoint, Idaho. What's up, Cassandra? What's up, Sandpoint? Would like to see the 54 dump the 11. Now I have to go wash my fingers for typing that message, says Brickyard Brickhead. Dude, just throwing it out there. But how funny would it be if Ty Dillon wins Daytona next week and is in the playoffs? Either Dillon. I would be good with either Dillon, OJ and Toothpaste, because I feel like they both trigger people a lot. So I think either Dillon winning that race would be maximum chaos drama for the championship. Chase Elliott will have a chance to compete for the championship next year, says RJ. There you go. I saw the 98 Daytona 500, and it says Shah. Hi, Cassandra. Says guy voting for Larson only because of the Byron non-inclusion disrespect. Says say Kyle. Well, there's no disrespect. BetMGM has him as the favorite to win, and I would put him in there, but YouTube is limiting to only 4 options. I would love to have 8 options for every poll. Could we see Noah returning with colleague? I didn't want to do something lame like put Hendrick up there when everybody obviously wants to vote on whether or not they think Chase is going to win. Could we see Noah returning with colleague in 2024? Maybe. I don't know. It's just going to be interesting to see what happens over there with colleague. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Noah. Truex might in, says Raymond Bailey. I mean, Truex is good here without question. What's the Rajah stuff going on? Heard bits and pieces. I don't know. I don't know about. There's a person on YouTube that made a unhinged rant video that is not based in reality. And that person, I don't want to go into it because I feel like that person is suffering from a mental health crisis. So, yeah, so that's basically all the stuff. It's nothing. It's nothing about nothing. It's just more of an unhinged YouTuber. And I mean that. I'm not even joking. I think that person's really suffering from a mental situation. Hi, one wise guy, BB, and stupid roofer. What's up, Cassandra? Next three races are the Go Bowling at the Glen, the Coke Zero 400, and then the Playoff 500. That's right. NBC changed it. Southern 500 doesn't exist anymore, at least according to them. Yeah, that's. I guess the South, saying South or Southern, I guess is controversial to NBC now. Who knows? Hi, Cassandra. Cassandra is in Idaho, the home of the potato. Finding myself saying, "Come on, Bushy Bush." When Bushy, when I cheer on Rowdy in a race, says Shah. Eric Sipes. Most people just assume that Amarole's retirement is already a done deal. He hasn't said one way or the other. That's a fact. There's no guarantee that 10 seat is even open for next year. It probably is, says Eric Sipes. I mean, that's a fair point. That's why I'm saying if. I'm always trying to put the if in there. This is all speculation. I don't have any inside information on any of it. Enjoy the races, everybody. Catch you on the after show. Roofer, I should go drink a bush. I feel like the next Gen car will race better at the original Brickyard next year, and it will be a good race. Kurt did call him Shrub. Kyle Bush says Jenna Allison, and that Shrub nickname has stuck ever since. Where should the Brickyard 409 be placed on the schedule? It'd be nice if it wasn't blocked out by NFL preseason in some local markets. I agree. The NFL preseason is the bane of NASCAR's existence. Bump for preseason games, unfortunately. Could you imagine a repeat winner today? Then the 48 and the 9 side by side for the Daytona win next week. That would be even more interesting if the 48 and the 9 are side by side. Yeah, that would be awesome. I say, Kyle, like that would be maximum drama. NASCAR would love it. Hamlin and JGR kind of sounding like last year with Bush. It's getting similar. I don't want to hit the panic button just yet. I want to vote for Larson. It's just this year he has had so many wrecks. He either wrecks or wins. Should Orange County's track be sponsored by Tropicana? It would make sense, wouldn't it? She is crazy, says Peanut Butter Hero. Unstable, 100%. I'm going with unstable. I don't want to call anybody crazy. I think she's suffering from a mental health situation over there, and hopefully the people around her get her some help because that's one of the most unhinged things I've ever seen. And I'm not joking or making light of it. I'm really actually concerned about that person. David Griffith, I could see Hamlin buying the number 11. That could be a situation. Some crazy person talking about Raja. It's not a bologna burger. It's a nothing burger, says Say Kyle. Yeah, it was pretty much an unstable rant there. True, RJ. Yes, Idaho is a home of potatoes, grown mostly in southern Idaho. Peanut Butter Hero, who I don't want to say their name because I don't want to bring any unnecessary drama to them. But you can look it up. Just look up Raja on Twitter and you'll figure out who made it. LaJoy, you might have to scroll down a little bit, but it's there. LaJoy to the back, Broken Shock says Benjamin Lewis, 24 for the win. Do you like watching preseason NFL games, BB? I watch about maybe 2 series of offense on both sides, and then I'm done. After that, it's just there's no need to watch it. There's fun people that you'll never get to see play in the league that have big moments, but most of them never are going to get to play in the league. So I only watch for about maybe 5 or 10 minutes of the whole preseason game. Cassandra, see you one wise guy, which could be covered in highlights, just to be fair. I don't know its name. Says Peanut Butter Hero. Let's see. Say Kyle, not Cal. LOL. Hope have to be grown in southern Idaho because northern Idaho is too narrow. Says Shadow Ears. Are you always going to blame the crew chief? Says Miguel. I guess talking to Chase Elliott fans. And like I said, Alan Gustafson's a hell of a crew chief, so I don't think they should ever get rid of him. At least not as long as he's performing like he's performing now. Let's see. Preseason NFL only good if it's all about DK Metcalf, says Jenna. So there you go. Another Seahawks fan. I think one wise guy's a Seahawks fan too. Seahawks fans on here. I like preseason games, but NASCAR races, any motorsports event for that matter, are much greater 49ers fan, by the way. So you guys probably dislike me as much as I dislike Richard Sherman before he played for us. Who is the female people are always saying is unstable? Says Escobar. Do not. I don't want to say it because I don't want anybody going and harassing their channel. Brock Purdy looked decent, says one wise guy. I think Brock Purdy is going to be the future as long as he can stay healthy. He's a little thin for the league, but if they can keep him healthy, I think he'll be okay. That being said, we need like 4 backup quarterbacks at the bare minimum in San Francisco. Freddie Kraft has said that Ford is talking to other race teams. Who could they possibly be talking to? Probably either Colleague or he said it would surprise you. So I don't know. Colleague, maybe they're talking to RCR and Colleague. Because he said it's going to be some big shocker. I don't know. I don't see RCR ever leaving Chevrolet though, so I don't know. Plus, it's door bumper clear. They like to stir some stuff from time to time. What is Harrison Burton would win color basketball? If Harrison Burton was to win, that would be a joke for NASCAR. Says Miguel Loza. Sorry, I said Loza. Miguel Loza. I don't know. We've had other people in there win races that weren't going to be competitive, so I don't know. He could definitely win at Daytona, though. So he's actually really fast there as long as he finishes. I watched the Trask Mayfield quarterback battle. But otherwise, I never watch. I just press on. Says, because you're never going to see most of those guys play. And some of them have great moments, but you're never going to see them in the league. So it's not a good investment of your time, in my opinion. Do you watch NBA or golf? I watch the NBA sometimes. I don't really have time to watch much of it. I'm more of a college basketball fan, but I do watch the NBA. Like I was saying the other day, I will start pulling, I guess, for the Orlando Magic. I didn't really have a team. But I'll pull for the Orlando Magic and Charlotte Hornets because Orlando's got Banchero. I'm a Duke fan in college basketball. So feel free to send your hate to the chat now, as most people are not Duke fans. I get it. I hear it all the time. I used to live in Durham, and I used to work at Duke. I've been a Duke fan my whole life. NASCAR pre-race is so awesome because they show love for Family Guy, Country Military, and Motorsports, says Jenna Allison. Yeah, the NASCAR pre-race is one of the last few that's really been unchanged for a long period of time. Golf is better than the NBA, says Napa Racing fan. I can't get into golf, man. I just can't. I'm not good at it. That's part of it, I guess. So I just never got into golf. NFL ain't what it used to be. I haven't watched a snap in well over 5 years. I know a lot of people love golf. I'm not saying golf's a bad sport. I'm just not into it. Yeah. Ever since they've changed the rules to where it favors the offense, it's not as fun to watch. I used to like watching good defensive teams, and I don't know if we'll ever have one of those again. Am I one wise gal? Says RJ Bansma. That's up to you. What's going on with Trey Lance though? That was a bad trade to move up and get him. LOL, says OJ. Yeah, it was. Most of the time when you move up to get a quarterback, it's a bad move because quarterbacks. I feel like they've got like a 70% failure rate. As a Niners fan, I'm more worried about the offensive line. Same here, Joseph Wooten. That's why I said we need like 4 backup quarterbacks. I don't bother with stick and ball sports, says Roofer. Could be if your last name is RJ, says one wise guy. BB, the new Orlando Magic fan. I love it. I'm very fickle, though, so it could be year to year. It just depends on where Banchero goes. I pulled for him when they had Tracy McGrady because Tracy McGrady played his high school ball in Durham as well. One bonk. Oh, my God, college football. Remember Ralph Sampson, Virginia Cavaliers? Now, that is back in the day, says Jenna Allison. I do remember Ralph Sampson. He was pretty much the man. And who was that? There was a team. Virginia was the number 1 ranked team in the nation, and they got beat by in the Maui Invitational. They got beat by the small Maui team there. Yes, Virginia for my heart, for my peeps, coal miners from West Virginia, says Jenna Allison. So there you go. Jenna Allison is Virginia for lovers. So there you go. I don't know if you guys remember back in the day, but Hermie Sadler used to drive an Oldsmobile in the Busch Series. The Virginia is for lovers Oldsmobile Cutlass, number 25, I think. It was a good-looking car. Go Blue Devils. I'm a big Duke fan myself. BB hated to see Coach K retire. Yeah, it's not the same now that Coach K's retired. I think Shire is doing great to make a good replacement. Yeah, I think so, too. It's just it's going to take a little while to get back into it because you just had so much time in Coach K. But yeah, I'm still pulling for them and hoping that they do good, and hoping all the draft picks from this year do well as well. And I know you guys don't come here for that, but that's going to be the end of this one. And I will check you guys on the next time the South Park House. Robin Marks, that's his favorite team. So all right, I'll check you guys after the race for the post race. Hope you have a good one. Hope your driver wins. Peace.